There we go. That's better. Okay. Hello there. Welcome in. Welcome to Hollywoodland22. Thank you very much for hitting the like and the subscribe button. It's fun, it's free to you to hit the subscribe button and the like button, and it's easy peasy. Much appreciated. Thank you. I hear something in the other room. What if I should go check it out? What's going on around here? Are you just flipping through the pages? What are you watching? Sometimes when you're watching stuff, I don't know. If you're watching your, I don't know this yet. We're about to find out. I don't know what you're watching, but I don't know. She's watching something I'm not really interested in. Let's see. Let's pull this out. Hello there. There's all kinds of things on TikTok. Wonder if anyone's going to come in tonight. Okay, we got 3 people watching. Hi. Welcome to Hollywoodland22. How are you doing? I answer questions. That's what I do. I answer all kinds of questions. Let's see who's coming in tonight. Alejandro Cacon, 85. Hi, how are you doing? Welcome into Hollywoodland22. Have you ever acted in commercials? No, I have not. Thank you. Cien Rep 69. Brewer Medford, hi. Welcome in. My name is Randy. My channel name is Hollywoodland22. What am I doing? I'm reading the chat by holding my glasses up like a magnifying glass. It's easier for me to do it that way. Yeah. All kinds of people on these platforms during the day. Usually I do not have time during the day to watch any YouTube or TikTok or Twitch or Kick or any of those platforms. I'm too busy. But today I had some time. And TikTok during the day, I mean, in my opinion, sucks. It's not for me. Maybe it's just not my cup of tea. Talking about subjects I'm not interested in. Hey, how are you doing, dude? Pretty good, Raleigh Hunting Fishing. Thanks for coming in, y'all. Y'all. It's a word I learned in North Carolina. So, besides watching me, what went on today, everybody? Where's everybody from? That's another question. How many Americans do we have in here? Anybody from Europe, Australia, Canada, India, Pakistan, Wisconsin? I've been through there one time in my life. I can't do much stuff. I have school. Yeah, I remember. I remember going to college, university. Alejandro Cochran, 85. I'm in Wisconsin. I have been to Milwaukee. I do not remember if I've been to Madison. A long time ago, when I was a young guy, I took a Greyhound bus from Miami, Florida, with a friend of mine, all the way to Seattle. We had to go through Chicago, and I was on my way to Minneapolis. I went through Moorhead, Minnesota, but I can't remember if we stopped off in Madison. I'm not sure if you have to. Wisconsin looks beautiful in October. I remember. 9 people in here. Wow. I'm impressed. That's a new thing for me. What is everybody studying? I've been here for about in North Carolina, I've been here for 2 years and let's see, 5 months now. I lived in Los Angeles, California for off and on for about 36 years. I had lived in some other places. I took some excursions to um, Washington State for about 3 years. I lived north of Atlanta for about a year and a half once. I'd take care of some family members who were getting older into their 80s. I only spent 6 months in Florida when I was a young guy. I remember that. It was a long time ago, in my 20s, in the summer. I helped build apartment complexes in Dayland, which is a kind of like a suburb of Orlando. I have also been to South Dakota. South Dakota gets kind of deserty when you go out west. It dries out. It's like South Dakota is kind of like near. I've been through there. There's a lot of Indian reservations there too. Parts of it are really rugged. I think it's a beautiful state. South Dakota. I haven't been to Wyoming, but I've been to South Dakota, North Dakota. Isn't that odd? I've been to Montana, been to Coeur d'Alene, Idaho, Washington State. I've been to Oregon, California. Lived in Los Angeles off and on for 36 years. I've been to Arizona. I've been to Utah, Nevada, Colorado, Oklahoma, Texas, Louisiana, Mississippi. No, I haven't been to Mississippi. I've been to Louisiana, but not there. I've been to Tennessee. I've been to Indiana. I've been to Ohio. And through Ohio, let's see, Illinois, Wisconsin, Minnesota, Pennsylvania, Vermont, New Hampshire, Massachusetts, all of the rest of the East Coast states, and North Carolina, South Carolina, Georgia, Florida. There's just a few states I have not been to. I kind of like traveling. I think it's fun. I shall return in 1 minute. Who's making all that noise around here? I've had just about enough out of those two. Of course.
Good morning.
Maybe you can go say hi to my family. Ashley,
Yeah.
did you say hi to my fans?
Okay. Hi, everyone.
I have a theory about Keanu Reeves
Hi.
and all of those blind items because here they really seem to be blind.
Let's see who's in here. Let's take a look. Alondro Bacon, 85, says, my friend has been to Japan. Wow, that's a interesting place, I bet. Welder's Fence. Did you buy the Bad Bunny track off Spotify, Nick? I think you'll enjoy it. No, I did not buy that. Felipe Diago, 4098. You all need. No, I do not. Actually, really don't need that individual and you're gone. Bye. Let's see. Here we go. That's odd. Alejandro Chacon, 85. What is your favorite animal? My favorite animal? Wow, that's an interesting question because I don't think anyone's ever asked me that question before. My favorite animal. Let me think about it. How about a Komodo dragon? A Komodo dragon, yes. Habiba. Ya. Yawaya. Ya. Yaya. Is that Yaya? Habiba Yaya? Hey, man, how are you today? I'm doing pretty good. Lucas Mueller. Hi, how are you doing? Somebody just asked me what my favorite animal is, and I told them a Komodo dragon. When they see, Komodo dragons know what they want, and they go get it. Like a deer, for example. They look at a deer and they go get it, especially if they're hungry. Snow Many Yankees 777. You look like a movie star. Really? That's interesting. Thank you for the compliment. I suppose. Mine is a fox. I like foxes. Foxes are very interesting little creatures. It's like they're not a dog. They're not a cat. They're just a fox. You know, it's getting a little bit hot in here with the heat on. And you know what that means. That means I'm going to reach for a cool and refreshing bottle of Powerade Zero. You know, when I'm really thirsty, I think about it. All the things in my refrigerator that I have to drink, and always end up getting a Powerade Zero when I'm really thirsty. Powerade Zero. It's cool, it's refreshing, and it makes me feel like a real winner. A winner. A winner, I says. Winning. Winning. Yeah. Oh, yeah. A driver, a winner. You made me laugh, man. My name is Habiba Yaya. I'm glad I made somebody laugh. Eurelis Rivero 3227. Beautiful. Your El Savarero 3227. Hello. I'm from Egypt. That's why my name is strange. I don't think it's strange. I think it's wonderful. You look very beautiful. Thank you. Thank you very much. Thanks for the compliment. What is your favorite sport? Mine is football. American football or like European football? I like both. I used to play American football in high school. I could run really fast and catch a ball at that time. I was about 16, 17 years old. Greetings from Venezuela. Yo, your Liz Rivera 2227. Greetings from Venezuela. Holly Biba Yaya says, you look like an actor. I really like Tom Cruise. I've had people say that to me. I don't see it, but I've had people tell me I look like Kurt Russell. Tom Cruise is a really good actor. So is Kurt Russell. I've had people say Robert Redford and other things like that. As I've gotten older, it's kind of odd. I like American football, and my favorite team is the Kansas City Chiefs. Oh, okay. They had a pretty good team, I heard, last few years. Ashley Williams, 688, said, hi. Hi. How are you doing? Welcome into Hollywoodland22. We're talking about American football and how much we like it. Ashley Williams, 688. My grandma, Carolyn. We got 3 people in here. You're just as great as him, man. I want to ask you a question. What's your favorite sport? Bicycle racing was my favorite sport as a young man. But I haven't done that in quite a long time. These days, my favorite sport is walking. I walk a lot. Sometimes I walk about 4 miles a day, sometimes 5. I like to walk a lot. Keeps my legs strong. Keeps me from getting too old too fast. Ooh, I need to get a new one for my birthday, says Ashley Williams, 688. Yeah, I'm thirsty again. Let me get some more Powerade Zero. Well, it's about that time. What time do you guys think it is? It's about that time to refill. I mean, this time it will not be Powerade Zero. It will be something else. I will show you. Let's take a walk. How do you like my carpet? The carpet's pretty cool, huh? How about my wall? How about my floor here? You like that? Anyway, what we're going to do is we're going to show you what I'm going to fill that Powerade Zero bottle up with. It's not going to be Powerade Zero. It's going to be something else. It's going to be Welch's. Welch's makes individual drink packets. That makes about 1 quart. Well, close to it. A little bit less than a quart. So, fill this bottle. Walker's individual drink packets. A little bit of water. I pour my calorie-free drink mix in there. We're going to go over here to where the water is. We're going to pour tap water in there. Because I still drink tap water, and in North Carolina, the tap water is actually pretty good. Yeah, I'm impressed with the tap water here. The tap water in Los Angeles was horrible. But we can make pretend that it's Powerade Zero. Remember that game, Make Pretend, we played when we were kids?
Mm-hmm.
Hey, remember the duck story?
No,
Did that duck ever get his grapes?
I don't know.
I don't know. Hi. Let's see who this is. I gotta find out who this is. Somebody's here. Sometimes people come on here that know me in real life. Occasionally. Joe Balls says, probably better than the water in Flint, Michigan. I bet it is. Make some bootleg chocolate milk with some brownie mix.
Oh, geez.
Can you do that? Yeah, you can. Okay. Don't be a welcher. What's your favorite state? Well, in 1987 through about 2016, it used to be California, but it no longer is California. It's not my favorite state anymore. It's not where I live in North Carolina. No, it's a tie. It's a tie between Florida and Texas, but for different reasons.
Someone is realizing that they underestimated Joe, and it's
Yes.
Ooh, I need to get a new one for my birthday so I can get a new.
Oh, that part.
Joe Ball says, my favorite state is confusion. Here's his Oklahoma. You like Oklahoma? I've been to Oklahoma. I've been to Oklahoma City and Tulsa. Eric, 696. Please elaborate. Like California isn't your favorite state anymore after living there off and on most of the last 39 years I've been living in California. Not all of it. I've been here for 2.5 years. Washington State for 3. Georgia for 1.5 years. Daytona Beach area in Orlando for about 6 months. That was a long time ago as a kid. I lived in Philadelphia, Pennsylvania. I was born and raised in Philadelphia. I left there in 1987. Yeah, Louisiana is kind of humid. Yeah. A lot of people don't like it. Louisiana has Senator Kennedy. He's a national treasure. Yeah, he's kind of a interesting character, isn't he? The reason that California is not my favorite state anymore is, well, it's for many reasons. It's not the weather. The weather's fantastic. And there's less pollution in California, especially around the Los Angeles metropolitan area where I used to live. Because the engines and the automobiles and the trucks burn cleaner. So there's not as much pollution in the air as there used to be back in the 80s and the 90s. So the air's cleaned up. You can see the mountains now. It's the local government, in my opinion, and a lot of people's opinion, the municipal government, the county government in Los Angeles County, and the state government, California, has been not wise with appropriating federal monies, and they've allowed the city of Los Angeles to become really dirty with potholes everywhere. And there's a lot of businesses that have fled. There's boarded up buildings everywhere in many areas that were not like that. And I don't believe that there's 76,000 homeless people on the streets. They're not all living rough, but maybe about 2/3 of them are out on the streets. I think there's closer to 100,000 people living. They're homeless there. And I think there's about 70,000 living rough on the streets out there. And it's really disheartening. And I really think they're not all on rugs either. There's a lot of elderly people there. There's a lot of young guys working full-time jobs and living in their cars there. There's not a lot of housing there that's like cheap housing, like you can rent out by the week or by the month or anything. And it's sad to watch a city fall apart that used to be a wonderful place to live and work. And it's really fallen to pieces since 2016, and it accelerated during the COVID-19 debacle. I lived through that. I also lived back in 1994 when they had the earthquake out there. We all came together back in the 94 earthquake, and people helped each other. It was a different Los Angeles and a different California back then. There's a lot of criminals running around all over the place. It's just all over the place. It's really like that now. So, yeah, South Georgia has some red clay dirt. I noticed that, Eric, 696. Yeah, it's crazy. I know homeless people, they should always have worse stepping on. Yeah, it is. Well, there's I feel for the homeless, for the majority of them. There is a percentage of the homeless that I've noticed. I don't know about other places, but out in LA in particular, there's a percentage of the homeless that they're all about rugs and alcohol and everything like that. They want to live on the street and party, or they're running away from a parole officer or something like that. But there's a lot of people who are not using alcohol and rugs, and they're living in RVs, they're living in cars, some are on Social Security checks, some are working, and they just don't have, they're not getting this, like older people are not getting social work out there. A lot of social workers just dropped the ball out there. I know because I have a wife that has a disability and stuff, and she needs a social worker, and we had a really hard time. We had to wait a long time to get a social worker to help us with a few things, and there's long waits for that kind of help. And also, they have some really good doctors out there. Like LA has really, really good surgeons and specialists and doctors. You're going to get your doctoring, but you have to make an appointment, and you might wait a while to initially get to see a certain kind of a medical specialist. It could take a while. There's not enough doctors per capita out there. A lot of doctors went somewhere else. They either went to Texas. They follow the old people. They go to Texas. They go to Arizona. They fled to Florida. Or they went to Virginia or North Carolina is a place that a lot of people, they're professional people, have left California and they've moved to North Carolina. Either got transferred to their companies or they decided they did not want to be a doctor or a nurse or anything in California. So they go to North Carolina. They go to South Carolina. They go to Florida, Texas, Arizona. What other place do they go to? Some of the younger people like going up in Washington State because there's work up there. California isn't all bad. It's some whatever problems that California is having right now, economic problems, it'll get fixed. It'll take a while. It takes a long time for a boat to turn around in the ocean. You know what I mean? True radio, but then we'd miss out on all his expressions. Oh, Eric 696 says, do you have a great radio voice? Just throwing it out there. Thank you very much. I've been told that. I've been in sales before. I've never worked in radio. It might. I don't know about that. I'm from the Commonwealth of Pennsylvania. born and raised in Philadelphia. I did not know that there are inland oil rigs. I want to look into that. Smarty Jones, 86. Good evening, sir. Hi, how are you doing? You should try it. Joe Balls, the fix is when California breaks off and slips into the ocean. Oh my goodness. I would hate for that to happen. There's too many nice people there. Not everybody's on drugs and alcohol out there, and not everybody is like a political extremist out there either way. There's just regular people living out there. People have been living out there that like their families have been living there for like 4 and 5 generations to own land and stuff like that. Especially like in the Central Valley, like in the middle part of California, they're farmers and stuff. Or up in Northern California in those small towns. It's kind of like, you know what's funny? Like Central California is kind of like, it's kind of like Oklahoma or like the panhandle of Texas or something. It's like flat as a pancake. You can see the mountains in the distance to the east. But when you're driving through the middle of California, it's flat with all these farms, right? They've got pecans, I think pecans, walnuts, almonds. They grow a lot of lettuce, a lot of strawberries, a lot of cabbage and stuff out there. They have oil. I think they have oil refineries. They drill for oil in Bakersfield, which is about maybe an hour and a half north of LA, maybe 2 hours north of LA. You missed your calling, brother. You could have been on, let me see. You missed your calling. Joe Ball said, you missed your calling, brother. You could have been on television for Channel 7 News, bringing us the down low. Well, yeah, I could. I could have my own YouTube channel and tell you the news. I could do that for fun. Homeless people, yeah, they do. Yeah, they got to get these people off the streets and figure out who needs to get some medical attention, who's running from their parole officer, and like a triage or something like that, and get these people off the street and wherever they need to go. Yeah, definitely. It's really sad when you see it in real life. It's not like watching it on television, on cable news. When you see it in real life, you're like, oh my God. You want to get all those people in the hospital or something. I just can't even believe that the mayor and the city council in Los Angeles, Karen Bass and the city council would even allow that to happen. But they did. Eric Garcetti before her did also. Is it Los Angeles, Silicon Valley, where they make computer chips and all that? No, that's Northern California. That's in between, that's San Jose and the suburbs north of San Jose on the way to San Francisco. That's called Silicon Valley. Alondro Chacon, 85, said, I went with my uncle, and he is a truck driver. We went to Tennessee and Pennsylvania and New York and Ohio. Did you enjoy that trip? That's a lot of states to go to. There's a lot of stuff to see. Hell yeah, I gotta get a studio set up so could be like Howard Stern and have some guests like Beetlejuice or some Pam Anderson. Yo, that Beetlejuice dude is like funny, isn't he? Dude, that guy cracks me up, man. He's actually really funny. He's like naturally funny, Beetlejuice. Yes, I enjoyed it. I'm glad you did. It's good to go on like little like trips, like different places. There's a lot of mountains and stuff in Pennsylvania. Like on one side of Pennsylvania, it's like Philadelphia and the suburbs, right? But once you get out of Philadelphia, it goes right up into the foothills of the Appalachian Mountains. There's a big chain of mountains that goes through there. And you can get lost up in those mountains. I think a little bit of Appalachia is in the southeastern corner of Ohio. That's mostly medium-sized cities and factories and farmland there. Or Tennessee. I've been to Tennessee. That's a long state, like from one side to the other side, like from Memphis all the way through to the other side, past Knoxville. It takes a while to get through there. It's beautiful in the summertime, just the hills going like this up and down. I've been on that road. I've been on I think that's Interstate 40. Not Eric 696. Nice. I also travel with my uncle. He is also a truck driver, cattle driver. We visited almost all the southern states. There's a lot of them. There's a lot of them. It's funny about the South. Like some parts of the South, like Charlotte, have money, or you go to Atlanta in the suburbs with like houses and stuff that you kind of nice houses like you see up in the Northeast. But if you go through other parts of the South, like Alabama and Mississippi and Louisiana, like in the northern parts of those states, there's like old people live in like old trailers, like from the 70s and stuff, like mobile homes and stuff. And it's like really poor. There's parts of the South that are really super poor that reminded me of parts of Mexico. I didn't know that we had that kind of poverty in our country, but we do. Not all of the South, but like the interior of the South. Nice. It's hard on the eyes for sure. Yeah, I know. Like if you go down to like in Mississippi, they have gambling boats down in Biloxi, and they got a bunch of like wealthy retired people down on the Gulf of Mexico. But if you go like one or two counties north of there, it's like totally poor. Louisiana's got a lot of water in it. Hell yeah, brother. Them poor parts are where the real living happens. I guess if you own a lot of land out there and you're land poor. I met some people that own land like in the South, like that own like acres and acres of land, but they don't really do anything with it. And they go away to California or Texas or New York. They go to work for 6 months, make some money and come back. There's a whole bunch of dudes that do that. Yeah, there's not a lot of it's like you go out there, you're on your own. Those people are locked and loaded out there. You know where else people are locked and loaded? Like when I went through Montana, I was like, damn, man, there's a lot of firearms out here. I thought it was in Arkansas or something, man. It freaked me out. We got 4 people in there, 42 minutes. Wow. Well, guess what, guys? I actually may have to call it an early evening. I might have to, I got to get up real early tomorrow morning. I got a lot of things to do, like a lot of us do. Unless you are independently wealthy, even if you're upper middle income, or middle income, or if you're poor. And that means even if you're upper middle income, things just ain't right with the economy right now. You know what I mean? It's like you got like young couples that maybe make good money. They don't have any kids yet, right? They'll be like a young couple that make good money. They can afford to go into a convenience store every once in a while and buy an overpriced soda. They're not buying right now. They're just like holding off, and they're like renting an apartment, waiting for housing prices to come down. I don't think housing this year. I don't know about the interest rates. Right now, if you ever ask people, or being honest about is this a good time to buy a property, a lot of real estate professionals are saying this is not a good time to buy. If you already live in a house, that's one thing. But if you are a younger person, you don't have any kids yet, you got enough money to put down on a house, I'm hearing not to buy now. I'm hearing wait until the prices come down, interest rates, something's got to change. I'm sorry, but I do not believe, to me personally, I don't know how you guys feel about this, but a 3-bedroom, 2-bathroom house in some suburb outside of anywhere USA, I don't think it's worth $425,000. No, I don't. But that's just me, you know. Just oh well, we'll see. You know how things are. You turn on your smartphone. There's a bunch of people in Minnesota and they're getting all mad and protesting and stuff. And then that happens for about 3 weeks and then that goes away. And then there's something else that comes on your phone. I don't know what's going to come on my phone next. I hope there's no wars. That would be nice. Wouldn't that be cool? People could just relax for a while. Well, August the 12th, we will get some serious change after the 7 seconds of no gravity. Oh, that would be awesome, Joe Balls. No seconds. Same here. This was fun. So see you later. You too, Alondro. Alondro Carcon 85. Come on back anytime. Good conversation. Eric 696. We'll talk again for sure. Thanks for coming in, Eric 696. Joe Balls says property values are crazy high. Yeah, what they're asking for a house, for a 3-bedroom, 2-bathroom house. And I could have swore I saw it was like $320-something thousand. I'm like, for some suburb outside of Dallas somewhere. I'm like, okay, well, yeah, there's jobs around there. There's, you know, I've been to Dallas Fort Worth. It's a nice area. I'm like, but that's kind of a lot of money for a house, right? I was thinking more like something lower than that. I was thinking about moving to Florida with the humidity and the bugs. Yeah. I got an aversion to cold weather. Awesome till everything splashes back down. I want 500,000 for my thug mansion. Okay, I'm gonna turn these lights off. Why does it seem so hot in here? Did you notice that? Ashley, did you notice that it's very hot in here? It got warm in the Raleigh, North Carolina area. It warmed up today. I thought it was like what? What was it? Ashley, was it 70 today? Ashley, was it 70?
Yeah.
Or was it over 70?
You've seen the ugly side.
I think maybe just hit 70. Yeah, that was nice.
You know, glaring at you.
Okay. What's he talking about? Correcting behavior. Oh, I'm scared. I'm in the dark. Guys scared of the dark? Make sure things are all turned off. Okay. Don't be afraid of the dark. The lights are on.
They were actually jealous and envious of that person because
oh my goodness.
you were in their life.
Here we are.
But they took you for granted, right?
48 minutes and 45 seconds. Okay.
This was all a lesson.
Place down the road sold for 350,000. So me asking 500 isn't so crazy. I know. Like if you live on the East Coast, if you live like in the Northeast, Connecticut and Maryland and places like that. Oh. I'm not old yet. I'm just older. And I'm thinking about, where would I want to live for the rest of my life if I get to live any longer? Someplace not cold like Florida that doesn't have earthquakes. I love the dark. When I flip on the night vision, I turn everything shades of green. You guys are funny. You guys are fun too. Thanks for coming in tonight. Thank you very much for coming into Hollywoodland22. I'll tell some more stories probably tomorrow. Okay. You guys have a good night. Thanks for coming in.